Welcome once again to yet another beautiful day. But there is an update, and it is still about the family of the Edochies. Yes, the previous update was that the house is going to go and everything is going to be sold and all of that. And Peter Edochie, a veteran actor, the father of Yule, have said no, this house cannot be sold. But prior to all of this, there have been a lot of fire burning in that home. And, if this had been only about marriage, polygamy, divorce, separation, and all of that, it would have been nothing. This is not new. Men will keep marrying more women. Women will keep having extra here and there, cheating, adultery. These things are not new. It's not just something that is, kind of specific to this generation. It's not something that will say we have never seen or heard before. Before everyone listening to this was born, it has been happening. So it's not about the polygamy aspect of it, even though there could be complications attached to polygamy. Yes. But it is about the death of that boy, Kambili Chukwu, and many things that surrounds it. So mysterious. This pained and touched a lot of people. And also the childishness of Yule Edochie, where he came out to start talking nonsense when, his wife said, I only got to know about this second wife marriage thing. It is just one thing for you to say, my husband, I heard, has a side chick, and hearing that your husband secretly went to pay some traditional, cultural visits, like bride price and all of that, to the family of the woman. This is something that will kind of make the woman feel like, I don't think I have husband. It has now become our husband. But this our husband thing did not go down well with May, and it all resulted to this catastrophe and many other things. Now people are blaming Judy Austin. They are blaming her. Of course, people will blame her because from what we know, from how it is, the rightful owner, the rightful person is May. But then about this house that May has decided to put out on the market, well, it is not going down. I mean, Peter Edochie stepped in. He's like, no, you are not going to take my son's part of the house. It's not possible. Now, in the Senate, what people do is that they sell and they divide the money for peace to reign, while in some other parts, all of the property will be divided accordingly. Will be divided in such a manner that some men end up with just a quarter. In fact, some even lose the house. If you have children, if you have little kids, you will lose that house if it has been paid for completely. So that is where the issue of prenup, the issue of alimony, and many of these things come in. Things are changing with this footballer that put all on his wife's name, on his mother's name, and kept all the document. Probably told the woman, don't worry. And I won't blame him. His mother is very smart, knowing that this is a 24-year-old man and a 30-something-year-old. So the experience is just too much. The gap is there. I'm not saying a man cannot be a man. It might be a man smart, but your mother will know that another woman can manipulate you in a different manner compared to your age group. I'm not saying age group cannot have the same. Anyway, it happened as it happens, and they are saying that the wife has to pay because she has her own asset clearly, written out, and she has to pay him, technically pay him half of what she has. It is not like it's a bad thing anyway, because in this life, it has always been the man, and men are not appreciated for any other thing than what they can provide. Just look at the statistics and look at it. Men are only appreciated for what they can provide. That is not to say we do not have women who have sacrificed a lot all through the journey of their relationship till they end up to be where they are. Now, the bad part of it is when you have gotten through that journey with a woman, this is common sense. I'm not talking of a man who has achieved everything in life. You have a woman who just stepped in and she has maids, servants here and there. And the man wants to do something else, like maybe acquire another woman. And she's like, you this kind of man. Well, I don't want to go into that topic, but I'm talking of this situation now where both of them went through the process together. And now that you think you have some small change, you now feel that you need an extra woman. Come on, you need an extra wife. What kind of rubbish is that? Why don't you allow the blessing fill up the cup of your first wife and the children? Let them eat and belly full. And in the case of you, Edochie, I don't think his children have eaten fully and belly full. I don't think their cup is running over. They are not like extremely rich. They are just average, okay, doing their things. So what we heard also is that when this case came up and the issue of selling of the house and all the trouble, May called you and said, okay, you have been saying a lot of things, you have been doing this. This is what I want. I want you to go on the same social media, the same mouth, the same face, the same location that you declared Judy Austin as your wife, that you want to keep your life like Solomon. At least Solomon was rich. You are not rich. Go there and denounce her publicly. And we'll begin to talk about reconciliation. We'll begin to talk about you coming back home and we will have peace. I'm very sure, let us be very clear, that if you could go out to speak this way and say, well, I'm a man, I've gone through a journey, it's an experience, but now, because I use social media as a medium to express what I should not express, to say things that should not be said, now I am retracting it, I am issuing a disclaimer, I am saying this and that, I'm apologizing to who probably heard this and didn't feel good about it, even though I don't owe anyone any apology. But I am just saying this publicly, and he can now go home. He doesn't need to apologize to his wife publicly on social media. Just issue that disclaimer the same way you came to talk, and go back home and, apologize to your wife, and maybe there will be peace. This is what she asked for. But do you know that Mr. You said, no, I cannot. I will not do that. How do you think I will? You see? Well, it has happened. It has happened. Like I said in the previous, video before this, I said, in life, it is not everything that is for everyone. We all have different destinies, and there are things that we can all handle differently. You see? So don't see other people acquiring numerous women and think that it goes with your star. Once you try it and you see katakata, you see issues, run away. It is not your future. It is not your destiny. Once you put your leg in certain things, I'm not saying you should run away when there are challenges, when you are trying to aspire for greatness, for positivity. But I'm just saying that there are certain things that are not for everybody. In this case, polygamy is not for you, Edochie. And that house, Pedro Edochie has stepped on it and said, no, this will not be so. Not because he has all the power, but as a grown-up man, maybe his voice will be heard. After all, it is between husband and wife. What are your thoughts? Have you ever experienced this before? Is this happening in your life right now? Share your story, like, share, subscribe to this channel.